What's going on, people? Your boy Mad Mike coming at you guys with yet another Atlanta Falcons video. If you have not seen my live on this particular topic, it was Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins and that debacle, but this one I answered in there as a question. Someone said, well, Kyle Pitts is on the trading block. Well, Kyle Pitts is now on the trading block, okay? Well, at least again, right? So according to Jordan Schultz, sources have said that multiple teams have come out to ask for Kyle Pitts, the services of Kyle Pitts. They reached out to Terry Fontenot and the Atlanta Falcons to see what would it take to get Kyle Pitts with the Atlanta Falcons and bring him to their particular team. Well, he said nothing is imminent. Atlanta would prefer to keep him, but I'm told it would take at least a day two pick to even spark serious conversations. Now, again, I said this on the show, this happens to every team, okay? When you have guys like Kyle Pitts, Tyler Allgeier, teams are going to speak out and see what they can get. Obviously, this has, in my opinion, this tells me more about their particular team than it is for the Atlanta Falcons. Why? Because at this point, they know that they need more weapons. And right now, the Atlanta Falcons, when you look at Kyle Pitts, they have not already started any contract negotiations. At least I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. Kyle Pitts is one of those guys where you can see with a young quarterback, if the Atlanta Falcons feel like they want, in this particular instance, keep Kyle Pitts, they either keep Kyle Pitts or they want to extend him at some point. Well, now the Atlanta Falcons, they have gone all offseason. They didn't draft a young tight end. They did not draft a young wide receiver. So at this point, in my opinion, with a guy like Michael Penix and, Kyle Pitts, they are banking on the fact that these guys have somewhat of a chemistry. Now, I think this is one of the main reasons why you look at this particular tweet that the Falcons aren't in a rush to trade Kyle Pitts. It would have to take something significant for these guys. And I think the thing is that the Atlanta Falcons, because they did not draft the tight end, that they did not draft the wide receiver, guys like Nick Nash, Casey Washington, all these guys, the Falcons will have to see how the chemistry is with these guys, with Michael Penix as the quarterback, before they even think about trading Kyle Pitts. Now, there could be an instance where the Atlanta Falcons end up trading him mid-season for whatever reason. One of these guys, Nick Nash, Casey Washington, Chris Blair, all these guys, the young wide receivers, they end up finding some sort of chemistry with Michael Penix. You could quite possibly see the Falcons revisit that during the course of the season. But for me personally, I don't think the Atlanta Falcons are going to trade him because of these reasons and these reasons alone. And like I said, you don't know if the chemistry with Kyle Pitts and Michael Penix is going to be good, but I think this is one of the things that they are banking. I think the Atlanta Falcons at this point, they still believe that Kyle Pitts can be that guy. Now, he hasn't been in OTAs. From what we understand and what I'm hearing is that he is dealing with some sort of a foot issue, not anything serious, but it's OTAs. You look, the smallest thing become a big deal as it get close to preseason and the NFL season in its entirety. But I don't foresee the Atlanta Falcons trading him. But if it's the right deal and they see a guy out of college, one of these tight ends that they brought in, tight end from South Carolina, I could see that them probably, moving or thinking about moving, but they would have to show a significant amount of chemistry and growth in preseason and practice for the Atlanta Falcons to move on from Kyle Pitts. But like I said, this is the NFL. Anything is possible. When you have traded away Matt Ryan and you let Julio Jones walk, I don't see why a guy like Kyle Pitts will be 100% safe. But this is my take. This is your boy, Mad Mike. Continue to support your boy at Mad Mike Sports. What do you suggest the Atlanta Falcons do? Peace.